Are we truly alone in the universe? It's a question humans have asked for thousands of years, whispered under starry skies, written into myths, and debated by scientists. The idea that we're the only intelligent life out there has always felt unlikely. Why? Because space is unimaginably big. Let's start small. Our solar system has 8 planets. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, has an estimated 100 billion planets. And beyond that, there are possibly over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. That means there could be more planets in the universe than grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. With those kinds of numbers, the idea that Earth is the only planet with life feels, well, lonely. And scientists agree. For decades, astronomers have searched the stars looking for what they call exoplanets, planets that exist outside our solar system. But not just any planets. They're looking for Earth-like planets, worlds that might have water, a stable atmosphere, and orbit a star just the right distance, not too hot, not too cold, something called the habitable zone. In 2015, NASA found something remarkable, a planet named Kepler 452b. This rocky planet orbits a star very similar to our Sun, at nearly the same distance that Earth orbits our Sun. Its size, temperature, and surface conditions were so Earth-like, scientists started calling it Earth's cousin. They believe it could have water, clouds, and maybe even plant life. But Kepler 452b was just the beginning. In 2017, another discovery stunned the scientific community. A single star system with 7 Earth-sized planets, all orbiting one small star. 3 of those planets were in the habitable zone. Imagine that, a mini solar system with not just one, but multiple Earth-like worlds. Suddenly, the idea that Earth is unique became harder to believe. But just because a planet looks like Earth doesn't mean it has life. So scientists dug deeper. What exactly does life need to begin? And the answer turned out to be surprisingly simple. Every living thing we know, whether it's a bacterium, a tree, or a whale, is built from a few basic ingredients: water, carbon, nitrogen, and energy. Those aren't rare materials. In fact, they're found throughout the universe. Which means the building blocks of life might be scattered everywhere, just waiting for the right conditions to come together. If Earth could do it once, why not elsewhere? Of course, as of today, we haven't found aliens. No glowing green beings, no mysterious radio signals, no flying saucers on Mars. But that doesn't mean they aren't out there. It just means we're still searching. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, and our technology, despite how advanced it seems, is still in its early stages. Think about it this way. If the universe is an ocean, then we've only just dipped our toe into the water. We've barely begun to explore. And yet, what we've found already is amazing. Earth-like planets, habitable zones, the possibility that, somewhere out there, someone else might be wondering the same thing we are. Are we alone? Maybe not. And that's why this mystery continues to fascinate us. Because every time we look up at the night sky, we're not just looking at stars, we're looking at possibilities. If there are billions of planets out there, how do we know which ones could support life? What makes one world come alive, while others remain barren, frozen, or burning? The answer might surprise you, not because it's complicated, but because it's simple. Life, at least as we know it, doesn't need magic. It needs ingredients. Just like baking a cake or building a fire, you only need a few key elements to get things started. And Earth has given us the recipe. First, water. Every living thing on this planet depends on it. Whether it's locked in ice, flowing in rivers, or suspended in clouds, water is the foundation for life. Not just as something to drink, but as the environment where life likely began. Scientists believe that the earliest life forms, tiny microscopic cells, first emerged in water, maybe deep in the oceans or in shallow, warm pools. Without water, none of us would exist. Next, carbon. It might sound dull, but carbon is the building block of biology. It's the element that forms the complex molecules that make up our bodies, like DNA, proteins, and sugars. Combine carbon with a few other atoms like hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and you get the chemistry of life. Then we need energy. Specifically, the kind of steady energy that comes from a nearby star. Not too much, not too little, just enough to keep temperatures right for water to stay liquid and for chemical reactions to happen. On Earth, that energy comes from the sun. It powers photosynthesis, drives weather systems, and warms the planet just enough to keep it alive. So, if a planet has these 3 things, water, carbon-based chemistry, and energy from a star, it has a real shot at supporting life. And here's the exciting part. We're finding more and more planets that check these boxes. Some have the right temperature range. Some might have liquid oceans under layers of ice. Some show hints of methane, oxygen, or other gases in their atmospheres, gases that on Earth are produced by living things. In other words, the universe isn't empty. It's teeming with potential. But even with all these discoveries, some people ask, if life is out there, why haven't we seen it? Why haven't aliens visited us or sent us a message? The truth is, the universe is unimaginably big, and we are still painfully small. Our most advanced telescopes can barely see beyond the edge of our own galaxy. Our fastest spacecraft would take tens of thousands of years to reach even the nearest star. Communication across these distances isn't just hard. It's almost impossible with our current technology. Imagine trying to shout across a canyon that's light years wide. That's where we are right now. But that hasn't stopped us. Humanity has never been good at giving up. We keep building better tools, launching better missions, and asking smarter questions. Every time we send a rover to Mars, a satellite to a distant star, or a radio signal into deep space, we're doing something extraordinary. We're reaching out into the unknown. Not because we're certain there's someone there, but because we're curious. Because deep down we want to understand who we are and whether we're part of something bigger. Maybe we're still alone. Or maybe life out there looks nothing like us. No spaceships, no languages, no technology. Just strange, alien organisms swimming beneath ice or growing on a distant moon. The point is, we don't know. Not yet. But we're learning. We're searching. And the more we search, the more we realize that life, while rare and fragile, is also incredibly resilient. It found a way to start on Earth. Against the odds, in harsh conditions, it grew, evolved, and spread. If it could happen here, it could happen again somewhere else. Maybe many times. Maybe right now. Somewhere out there, something might be waking up, opening its eyes to a distant sun, just like we did once, a very long time ago. If there really is life out there, how would we ever say hello? How do you introduce an entire planet to the universe? Our hopes, our music, our voices, our existence, in one message. In 1977, we tried. That year, NASA launched a small spacecraft called Voyager 1. Its main mission was to study the outer planets. But scientists had a bigger idea. What if, after it finished exploring our solar system, it just kept going? And what if one day someone or something found it? So, on board Voyager, they placed a gift, a 12-inch gold-plated record. A cosmic postcard, a message in a bottle, tossed into the ocean of space. It's called the Golden Record. Etched into it is a collection of who we are. It starts with greetings in 55 languages, from hello from the children of Earth, to peace and friendship to all. There are natural sounds, bird song, thunder, laughter, waves crashing. Human emotions captured in audio. It plays 90 minutes of music, from Beethoven to traditional folk songs from Senegal, Japan, and beyond. It includes 116 images showing life on Earth. People working, eating, learning, giving birth, smiling. There's even a map showing exactly how to find us. The Golden Record is humble, hopeful, and impossibly brave. It doesn't assume who will find it, or when. It could take millions of years, or never happen at all. But it exists. And that alone is powerful. Voyager has now traveled over 14 billion miles from Earth, farther than any human object in history. It's drifting silently through interstellar space, carrying our tiny hello, unchanged, untouched, still playing. And maybe one day in the distant future someone might find it. Maybe not a someone like us, but something that understands. Or maybe it's not for them at all. Maybe it's for us. Because the Golden Record reminds us that we are capable of thinking beyond ourselves. That in the middle of all our noise, we still found a moment to say, this is Earth. And we were here. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes us worth discovering.